think at this time what we'd like to do is have people who have questions come up. We have a microphone set up on this side and on the other side. So people with questions, just come on up to the mic, and whoever's the right person to answer will answer the question.
Questions, if that's all right. The first question is, what are some of the challenges you have with other parts of the integration of the drivetrain? I understand the batteries, but what about the range extending controls that you're integrating into the system? What is the engine like? What other kinds of range extending technologies are you looking at? That's question one. Question two, I understand the use model of the vehicle is that the owner would be able to plug it in at night. When there are hundreds of thousands of these out there, what does that do to the electric grid? What kind of strain is it going to be on the infrastructure?
Okay, I think let me try here. First thing is, and the second piece of your question is the easier one. There are multiple studies being done on what happens to the capacity of the grid when you have electric vehicles, both in Europe and in North America, everywhere where you go. What you have the situation is the capacity on the utility side is designed for daily peak usage, and then you go into this night valley, and this is where you would expect people typically to charge the most. There's roughly a capacity of 1 million plus vehicles, electric vehicles, without changing the utility capacity at all. So we don't expect, for the first million, there is no change. Second part of your question, where are the challenges? And this might be a broader question that is of interest. What you learn is that the thermal management in such an extended range electric vehicle is a really critical piece. Not only that you have to thermally manage the battery temperatures, but you have still an engine on board, you have power electronics on board, you have a cabin that you want to heat and cool with electric power. So I would say a big area that is challenging currently is the whole thermal management. On the powertrain side, given the experience that we have through EV1, through our 2-mode programs, I would say that this is a very controlled risk. The biggest piece currently is more on the functional side, because we are thinking about a new propulsion system, which means you have to think through what are the functionalities I want to put in this powertrain propulsion system. But it is not so much the components, it's more the functional side that we have to develop over the next couple of months.
Question over here, Frank.
Yeah.
My name is Bob Freeberg. I happen to live in New York here. I think the design of the Volt is wonderful, and I want to thank Lyle. I think this is a great opportunity for those of us who have shown great interest in this to meet with the design team of General Motors. I have 2 quick questions here. Number one, have you thought about how you're going to be pricing this vehicle? Because setting the price correctly is going to be essential to make sure it's a successful vehicle. Number one. Number two, when the vehicle switches over to the gas-powered engine, will it then be charging the batteries? And my third thing is, if you're going to design a 4-door vehicle, I think it's essential that the rear doors be hinged in the rear so they open up from the front. I think that's a feature that's very important for parents who have children, allows them to get in very easily. So can you answer those 3 questions to me? And thank you very much.
Ed, why did you take the question on pricing? Since you're one of the guys that's going to get you that setting.
Well, we're, it's like a lot of vehicles that we have. We're looking at really taking a close look at what we're going to do on the pricing right now. We think there's a tremendous amount of value in this vehicle, in this technology. We're going to be first to market with it. These are the things that we're continuing to work on, Frank and John and the entire team, Tony, on the pricing. When it comes in, we're working with these battery suppliers. There's still a lot of unknowns, but the hallmark of Chevrolet, probably the reason, one of the biggest reasons that we were chosen to have the Volt is we're the foundational brand of the company. We have to find a high volume solution to our dependence on oil, less than net dependence, and reducing greenhouse gases, a lot of the things that we talked about. So, and one of the hallmarks of the brand is that we're going to be a great value in every segment where we compete. So It's something we're discussing right now, and we don't have an answer. We're trying to get feedback from consumers like you in terms of what you think the value will be, because this is a technology that really hasn't been tried before. So,
Let me add one thing to it. And here, communication and education is important. In the traditional world, MSRP, and this means how expensive is your car, is the number one question. In our car, the number one question is, what is the running cost of this vehicle? So you cannot just ask the question, what is the base price? Because running an electric mile might be just a fifth or a tenth of running a gasoline mile. So you have to look at the full running cost equation before you can really say, how affordable is this technology? But the key is at the end that we say, this technology is not niche. It is not niche, and we want to be relevant, and we want to roll it out the volume that makes it also relevant.
So your objective, I mean, critical mass, it really is important that it be priced right. And I know you're kind of straddling the fence there. I just want to make sure that at least from within General Motors, they are thinking about pricing it at what one would consider a competitive price, perhaps with vehicles of a similar size. Obviously not a similar technology because there isn't any. If you price it out of range, you're never going to reject critical mass. I just want to make sure you guys understand that.
we're not going to price it out of range.
Message
To answer your question.
Message here.
The other two questions that I had about the doors and the charge of the battery when it peaks.
I'll take the battery question first. Please excuse my voice. I'm not talking today. Once the battery is completed, you achieve your 40 miles of range, the generator set will kick in. And your question was, when we charge the battery, what we'll try to do is actually maintain the battery at an appropriate level while still trying to balance all of the other parts of the vehicle, which is including keeping the customer happy and comfortable with the temperature inside the cabin, as well as then being able to still achieve going up large hills, which, as you know, we're balancing, you don't know this, but we are balancing all different parts of the car, so we can achieve that without oversizing anything, whether it be the battery or the electric motor, and those kinds of things. But the goal is to get you home at what we refer to as customer empty, so that you then get the most benefit out of plugging into the wall and then therefore using a minimum amount of liquid fuel. Yeah, and relative to the hinge on the doors, we're currently not looking at doing a rear hinging door, but that doesn't mean that we won't look at other body styles and other